Yo, what up, y'all? Let's jump into a nice melee build that you guys can use for all of No Hope, and especially for T5. You know, I get a lot of comments. People still stuck with T5, don't know exactly what build to do, how to do it. So I'll run through T5, and I'll run through the build that I would use in order to do it. Now, this build, honestly, for No Hope, this will carry you through the entire game, no problem. And the people that I use this on, I usually use Sharice, Holly, or Hang. Mostly like Sharice or Hang, to be honest. So we got the meth head, adrenaline fuel, cross trainers. Then we got the down in front, motorcycle, EMT bag. And then the rest really just your melee things like mean drunk, scarred tissue, face your fears. Now there are some variations that you probably can do with this build, but to be honest, I specifically use this one and it carries me through all of No Hope. Now typically I use Sharice going through No Hope only because you get the shields. So like whenever you're fighting T5, you know, you're running into monstrous slashers, bruisers, tall boys. It's really nice to have those shields because instead of you getting one-shotted, you pretty much would just break the shield, you know, and it just allows you to survive for so much longer. Now also, you know, of course this is going to be using the new cards. So if you don't have the new cards, I would suggest, you know, going down the page, looking for some builds that you can do without having the new cards. I will show one here on the screen that you can use too. But if you do have the new cards, I would definitely do this build. And then you want to make sure you have that food scavenger. That card is literally so important because you don't have to worry about your stamina so much. And each time you pick up a food item, this is going to refill trauma, which makes it really easy for you to self-heal. Now, with using the food scavenger, it's really nice with Hang because if you're playing with people, they're picking up the food items, it's just going to give it to you too. So you don't have to worry about running around finding them. But again, you know, I use Sharice, I like those shields, and then of course, you know, you just have to try to get those food items. Now, as far as burn cards, the main ones that you need for meleeing is just having a random melee weapon, and then also having that hazard suit. As long as you have those two, you're good. Because typically what happens is, you know, you gotta run around, find a melee weapon, and then of course, if you're not finding like higher rarity melee weapons, or you're not doing hives, it's going to make it really hard for you to find something good. So jumping into T5. Now, you can definitely do this solo with bots. In this clip, I did do it with a person. Shout out to Co. But ultimately, the thing about T5, you just want to keep on moving. And I think it's the easiest really with melee builds because you can just self-heal yourself the entire time. You know, you don't have to worry about medkits, pain pills. You don't have to worry about stopping and healing. You ultimately could just keep on moving. Anytime that you need a heal, you'll just turn around, fight the horde for a little bit, and then you just keep on moving. So whenever you start up, I would always clear the middle floor. Try to find all the boxes that you can. Now what I typically do is the ones for the middle floor, I put them right here on the middle by the steps. The one for the top floor, I put them outside on the roof. And then the ones for the bottom floor, I put them right outside this back door. Now, once you find all 14 of the boxes or they're all accounted for, that is when, that's pretty much when it gets real. You know, that's when it starts getting spicy. You got to pretty much angle the horde around the building over and over again until you get an opportunity to pick up the box. And then you just take them back one at a time. Now, in the comments I'd be seeing, you know, you want to kill the ogre, you have to kill the ogre to do this. If you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know, for melee, I don't ever kill the ogre at all. I always run past them, I always juke them out, you know, so it's not an absolute necessity that you kill him. I mean, it would make it a whole lot easier, but you definitely can kite him around the building, dodge the meatballs. Now the only problem is he pretty much has auto aim on No Hope. So anytime that the ogre sees you and you hear him gearing up to throw a meatball, if you're in the open, it's just gonna hit you. There's just no way around it. Literally the ogre on No Hope, this man is Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, you know, pinpoint accuracy. So what I would suggest is that when you're running around trying to do this, you always want to have the ogre on the opposite side of the building as you. So, you know, if you're returning them in the front, you want to make sure you have eyes on the ogre, you know, make sure he's in the back, make sure he's running around the sides. Because if he hits you with the meatball, it's pretty much a one-shot kill. Now that's where Sharice comes into play, because with the shields, you actually will be able to tank a meatball. You know, so I personally think for melee, Sharice is probably one of the best that you can use at this part, only because, you know, you're not just going to get one-shotted by the ogre and end the whole game. Down in the comments, let me know what kind of build you guys use for this. You know, of course, I know speed is really good. You know, if you have a Hoffman grenade build, you could just throw 4 grenades at them, 5 grenades at them in the beginning. Get them out of there, and then it'll make this part really, really easy. But, you know, if you're doing it solo, you're doing it with bots, or, you know, you're just carrying, I would say, you know, the easiest way for you to do this is going to be melee. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this play out so you guys can kind of see my strategy. Again, really all you want to do is have all the boxes accounted for. Make sure they're all outside of the building, or at least on that first floor. And then from there, you're just pretty much running around in circles, trying to juke the ogre, and then trying to just get the boxes back. So I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the clip. Down in the comments, let me know what you guys think about the build. I think this build is literally goated for all of No Hope. You could do pretty much any act. The only act that you really probably can't do is Act 4. Because you'll need grenades to kill tentacles, you know, kill the final walker, you know, hit his weak spots. But, you know, if you're on melee, you're playing with the team, you know, you got other grenade people, you got other damage people, this will definitely be a cakewalk. So make sure you guys smack the like button on the video. If you guys want to support the page, hit that sub button. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on that next one. Peace.
Fascinating. The protective instincts are like nothing I've ever seen.
I don't think so! Or I'll remove him myself! Fuck out of here!
More in there.
Now I'm pissed! Move it! Turn that into something. Try me!
They keep coming. We're going to be overrun.
Only two left. One more left. That's the last of them. That's enough, Addy.